What's up, guys? How can do 1940 here? We are back with another episode of our New York Islanders be a GM mode in an NHL 15. And in the last episode, we left off at the beginning of the regular season, and or the beginning of year 7. And what happened? As you guys can see, we're a little bit into, actually pretty far into. We're into February of year 7. Basically, what happened was I recorded the next episode. I forget what episode we're at now, but I recorded that episode. It was like a 30-minute episode, and I've been having a bunch of issues with Elgato recently. And one of the issues is when I record a video, it goes into this folder, and you can just click on the video and upload it to wherever you want to. And I just click on YouTube and then upload it to YouTube. Obviously, that's what I do. But sometimes it doesn't work, and I'll click on the video and I'll click the YouTube button to upload it to YouTube, and it just doesn't work. It doesn't upload. It doesn't do anything. And the only way to fix it is to restart my computer. And by doing that, sometimes, or maybe it's all the time, it takes one of the videos or the last video I clicked on, and it just basically erases it. Like, it doesn't delete it completely, but it makes it so that I can't really click on it and play it, and I can't upload it. So that's what it did to this video. So I pretty much just lost the recording because of Elgato. But I'm going to be able to record a lot more often now because I learned how to free up hard drive space on my laptop because, videos were just taking up so much space, and I didn't know why, but I finally found the folder that had all my videos I've ever recorded pretty much in one folder, and I was able to delete them all. So I have plenty of space to record all the videos I can or want to. But as you guys can see, we're into February of year 7. We didn't do any trading or anything. We just looked at the roster and started simulating. I'll show you guys the lines that I went with, because you guys had your comments in the comment section of the last video. I went with Gaudreau, Tavares, and Toffoli on the first line, Simmons, Strome, and Smallman on the second, Heatley, Cizikas, and Danner, and then Nelson, Smith, and Callahan. Now, I want to look at the progress reports, because as you guys saw, Callahan actually did drop. Oh, GM options, I think it's under, right? Yeah, progress reports. Yeah, you guys are going to notice my speech is a little bit off, because I recently got braces, and it wouldn't be so bad, but I have an overbite. So I had these like bite plates underneath my top 2 teeth, to keep my teeth from overlapping each other basically and just grinding against each other. So when I talk, my tongue, instead of going to the roof of my mouth, it goes to the roof of the bite plate, and my S's and stuff don't sound right anymore. Hopefully that gets better over time. But now that we're done with all the updates, now let's get into the GM mode. Oleg Kapitanov went up by 1 overall. Callahan actually dropped by 2. Yeah, here we are. This is what it is. Yeah, so his wrist shot accuracy, wow. Yeah, his shot dropped a lot. Yeah, natural growth and statistical growth. Yeah, so his shot went down a lot. And that's accuracy too, so it's going to go down. Deking went down to 75. Hand-eye went down to 81. Puck control to 82. But the good thing is, his skating went down a little bit. Physical, wow, okay, so his body checking, that's what I was about to say, is that at least his defensive and physical are still good. But no, his body checking went down by 8, which is not very good. And his defensive awareness went down by 1. His face-offs, not that matters, went down by 1. And shot blocking. But defensively, his defensive category is still good. He's still a good 4th liner. I'm going to leave Callahan there unless he really starts to drop. But there are changes I want to make to the team. Tavares went up by a little bit. Smallman, I don't think he was ever at 87, so I don't know why it's saying he dropped. And Larson Gaudreau, no one else was really modified that much. What about the AHL? Is anybody? Sharov, Sergei Sharov. I don't think he'll ever play for us, but he went up a little bit. And no one else. Okay, what about goalies? Goalie's pool. Nope, nobody there. Gibson looks like he went down, but he started the year at 88, so that's fine. But I'm going to simulate up to the trade deadline. But first, I want to show you guys where we sit in the standings, and I'll also show you the player stats. Right now, we are 13th in the NHL. We are currently 9th in the Eastern Conference, so we're on the outside looking in as far as the playoff picture, but we're not that far out of the playoffs. But there are also some teams right on our tail, such as Columbus, Tampa Bay, Detroit, Philly. So we do need to keep winning. In the entire league, we are 11th for goals for, 8th for goals against, so defensively we're better than we are offensively. Power play is 15th. Penalty kill, we are 26th, so our penalty kill is not doing very well. There's our home and away, so we're a lot better at home. We are actually 8-1-1 in our last 10. So we're actually, we're a hot team right now, which is very good. As you guys can see, we had that one loss there, but we went on a tear for a while. As you guys saw, we were up and down at the beginning, but then we really started to pick it up towards December and especially January. And then we are right here. We still have about a month until the trade deadline. Let's check out the player stats. And see who's doing well for us. But there is a trade I would like to make at the trade deadline. I'm not going to make it right. Actually, I could make it right now if I feel like I need to. Because I do want to make a run for that Stanley Cup this year, obviously. But you look at the first line. You know, Gaudreau, 36 points. Tavares, 42. And Toffoli, 44. It's not bad. These guys are on pace for like 65, 70 points. But the only problem with this is, let's just look forward for now. You know, we got guys like 32, 31. You know, we're getting depth goal scoring. But, you know, do we really want that? You know, I think, I'll show you guys looking at the lines. But defensively, we're getting a lot of points from our defense as well, especially these three guys. Then in the net, Frederick Anderson is actually doing amazing for us. John Gibson isn't having the greatest year. But what I was thinking is, I think we have too much in our team right now. We have too many. Just looking at it, I like the team because obviously we have a lot of depth here, but I think we have too many 85s, 86s, and not enough, you know, role players. You know, we have three guys right here, really second liners playing the third line. You know, we have second liners playing the first line. It's just, we have too many second liners. I think, you know, if we had more of, Cizikas can stay, the centers don't get moved, but it's really the wingers that bother me right now. I think if Gaudreau moved for a playmaker, Heatley, because then maybe you exchange Simmons, then I don't know where Heatley goes, so maybe Heatley drops down, then you have Smallman, Gaudreau, and Simmons as trading assets. Maybe you get two guys who are better suited for that third line, and then get that first line left winger. Because I just think we have too many snipers. You know, we have four snipers in the top 9. I mean, before we had four snipers in the top 6. We had 3 snipers on the first line, which, it's not bad. You can still get, you know, points that way, but I still think we need a guy like, not specifically this player, but a guy like Zach Parise, who's like a 90 overall playmaker to go alongside the 2 snipers, not just all snipers. So, I don't know, Spencer Smallman, you guys really want me to keep this guy, and I want to keep him too. Trust me, I really do. It's just his slap shot accuracy that's not very good. But that doesn't matter too much. He's still getting his points. Offensive awareness is only 80. Poise is 65. Playoff stats. He hasn't done horrible in the playoffs. 85 defensive awareness. He's a good player. He really is. And he's very, very, very fast. 95 acceleration, 97 speed. But does he fit on the team? Because now we have Danner and Heatley, and I would love to have this top 6. I would love to have Heatley and Danner in there, Toffoli, and then switch Gaudreau for that playmaker. But then Smallman doesn't really fit the third line, and neither does Simmons. You know, because Simmons, then he gets worse, and then we can't trade him. And Simmons, I think, is a guy that will go out the door. I mean, he is a guy I've kept all these years, and he's not doing bad in that third line. But I'm afraid if I keep him on that third line next year, he'll drop to like 82, 83 overall, maybe even lower, at like 3-star potential. Then you really can't trade that contract. So if we can swap Simmons for just for a third liner that's better fitting there, and then trade Goudreau and Smallman for like a top liner. I don't know. We'll look at the trade values and see exactly what we have to give up. Because 27, 20, and 4, it's not bad, but as you guys saw, we're not one of the better teams in the East, which is where I'd like to be, especially year 7. We're gonna go 10 years in this GM mode. I think Colorado we only went like 7 or 8. So including this year, we have 4 years left. So it's definitely too late to go through like a rebuild type thing, which we're not planning on going through. But I think it's definitely time that we really put all our chips in, really. And Johnny Gaudreau, he has a good contract, 4 years left at 3 point. Actually, now looking at that contract, he could be a great second liner. Now, see what I'm saying about Smallman. He just doesn't. I mean, he fits. Obviously, he's great, but his contract is up this year. I think we'll be able to afford him. We have some great contracts here in New York. Honestly, I mean, you look at some of our better players. I mean, Toffoli's making less than 6. Ekman Larson, that's a little bit, but I mean, like, Goudreau's only making 3.8. Callahan's actually making a decent amount for a fourth liner. But cap isn't an issue. Cizikas at 85 overall is making 2.8, but his contract is up this year. Nelson, Bolesky, Halper, and Kaborsole. I mean, Danner and Smallman, and where is he? Heatley. I mean, all these roster players aren't making. They're not even on their real NHL contracts just yet. I mean, Tavares is 30, so he'll be like 34 at the end of the GM mode. He's gonna be on this team for the rest of the way. All right, but first let me just check out the trading block. Let me see what type of player I can get exactly. Trading block. Get rid of that. That was something I was looking for, I think, before. Forward age max, we'll say 30. Yeah, because then he'll be the same age as Tavares. First line forward. Potential range doesn't really matter. Yeah, we'll just go first line forward between 17 and 30. Alright, so these are our options for first liners. Sort by overall, even though I'm pretty sure it's already. Well, no, it's not already. But Charlie Coyle, man, this guy, 94 overall. Yeah, he'd be outstanding. He's really driven up there by his physical and skating categories. But no, we can't go for Charlie Coyle. Obviously, that's like Sidney Crosby type trade value. Johansson, McDavid. Now, I'm not looking for a superstar per se. I'm not looking for like a 25-year-old future superstar of the team. Looking more for like a veteran. Wow, Tanner Pearson got up to a 90 overall. Jesus, with 3.5-star potential too. Wow. Jonathan Drouin. Sam Bennett. Now, I'm looking for a dedicated. Let's look at left wingers. Exactly, okay. So, Jonathan Huberdeau would be the best option, obviously. He's 91 overall. He has 7 years at 8.4, which is a lot, but I think we could afford it. Yeah, I mean, 90 offensive awareness, 91 passing, and then almost all 90s in the shooting category. He's a great player. He'd be out. What are his stats like? Not that it matters too much. Yeah, I mean, this guy's capable of getting 70-point seasons easily. This year it looks like he's having more of an off year. But I'm looking for more trade value around here. But then you're getting into like second liners, like Palat. He's more of a second liner. But I think Palat would just be a better fit than a guy like Smallman because he is a playmaker, which I think we need more of. Let's look at right wingers, maybe flip one over. Nino Niederreiter, but he's a sniper. Nichushkin's a sniper. Connolly, yeah, all these guys are snipers. What about Sherbak? Sherbak is a playmaker. Yeah, actually, yeah, look at Sherbak. Nikita Sherbak. He's actually left-handed, too, so he could fit on that left wing. His shooting category is 5-star, which is great, so he can score goals. What is he? Yeah, he has 59 points in 54 games. This guy's capable of getting 90-point seasons, yeah. Nikita Sherbak right here. Puck skills, 87 deking, 89 hand-eye, 94 passing. He has an amazing skating category. Senses, he's 87 offensive awareness. His poise isn't the greatest, but that's not too bad. Or that's not too bad. Defensively, he's not the greatest, but we're not getting him for his defense. I think Nikita Sherbak would be the perfect player to get. And then we have our player, Tyler Toffoli, and then I believe he's a sniper. So Nikita Sherbak, I think, is the best player right now. What's his contract like? He has 2 years left at 7.4, which is a sturdy contract. It's a lot of money, but I think he's worth it. Let's look at centers. All right. Alex Galchenyuk, obviously a guy like Galchenyuk would be great. Actually, his individual stats I don't think are even as good as Sherbak. He's got the way better defensive category, which really helps him out. But actually, shooting and puck skills, I think he's a little bit worse. Johansson, McDavid, no, not get McDavid. Nugent Hopkins, Michael Granlund. Yeah, Granlund wouldn't be bad. He's actually got the better defensive awareness. 2 years left at 7.7, so pretty much the same contract. 28 years old. Barbashev, Schutz, Kadri, Monahan. How about Nazem Kadri? 89 passing. Yeah, Kadri's not bad. Kadri isn't bad. Monahan, Sam Reinhart, Hurdle. Yeah, now you're getting into like second liners. Yeah, I think we should go for Nikita Sherbak. Where is he? Yeah, Nikita Sherbak. Let's just see what we could give up to Montreal. That trade value is about a little over halfway, so it is a lot. But we do have assets to give up here. Now, Mayer. We traded for this guy, Rocky Mayer. I want to keep this guy. I want to keep this guy. This guy could be a future replacement to a guy like Johnny Gaudreau. Dander Gaudreau. Yeah, now the trade value kind of goes off. Smallman. Yeah, I think our two big trading assets right now are Spencer Smallman and Wayne Simmons. Now, that wouldn't go through because I think they have too many players. But these are really our two trading assets right here. Now, this is really difficult because they don't want to give up Sherbak and they don't want Smallman or Simmons. But see, that's what I'm saying. Both of these guys are listed as second liners. We really had them on the third line. We could give up our second round pick because I do not plan on drafting this year. Obviously, pick up somebody, but at this point, other than like a first overall pick, it's not really going to help us because we do only have 4 years left, or 3 years after this year's draft. Now, do they have any like second liners I'd be willing to get? Or not willing to get, that I could get? Or not second liners, third liners. Forwards, search by overall. Morrison Gomes. Who's this guy? Calvin Gomes, right wing, two-way forward. Yeah, actually, he's got a great offensive category. Nah, he's not very good defensively. I want a good defensive category. I'm gonna get a third liner. Brad Morrison, center play. Nah, he's a playmaker. Not the greatest defensive category. Bozen. Tim Bozen. Now he's also a playmaker. Travis Zajac. No, not getting Zajac. Yuri Sakach. No, he's a playmaker. Yeah, they don't really have any dedicated, like, third liner. Dale Weiss, no, that guy's going to be taking penalties. What about this guy? Hedwicka? Two-way forward. No defensive category. Alright, so if we're going to make this trade, I think it's going to be straight up for Nikita Sherbak. Do they have any defensemen? Potential defenseman I might be willing to pick up. Overall, priority thrower, Cole, Beaulieu, Nathan Beaulieu, two-way defender. Now we have our defensive core. This guy looks pretty good. He's got good potential. But yeah, so this deal would be pretty much just for Nikita Sherbak. We do need a player coming back, so let's just take a player they want to give up. Or just we're going to just take a no value player here. Actually, that guy's listed as a fourth liner. I want a guy with really no contract. There we go. Does he have 1 year left? No, he's 3 years left. I'll take this Audette guy. Yeah, sure. There we go. Daniel Audette. Right, so now that'll go through. That could actually go through. I mean, they don't want to give up Sherbak, and they don't want these two guys, but they want the pick, and the pick actually does have some decent trade value. Now, if I were to do this, I would have to go and trade for a third liner to replace Wayne Simmons. Because if we do this, the first line would be Sherbak, Toffoli, Tavares. The second line would be Strome, Danner, and Heatley. Third line would be Cizikas. Who else is there? Who else is there? Cizikas. Or no, we still have Goudreau as well. Man, we have too many players. I'm trying to think here. I want to keep Goudreau. We might keep Danner or Heatley on I think Danner will stay on the third line as a two-way forward. Danner might actually be on the third liner. So then the second line would be Goudreau, Strome, and Heatley. Yeah, that makes sense. And then the third line would be Cizikas, Danner, and then we get that third liner. Now, the thing is, who do we trade for that third liner? We're going to need a decent trade value going the other way. I think Gabor Soleil. Or is he that two-way forward? No, he's that two-way forward. I want to, actually, he could be that two-way forward. What am I saying? Yeah, he's not the greatest, but he could get it done. He's doing pretty well in the AHL. And Gabor Soleil could actually be that third line replacement. We might not even need to trade for him. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll just make this trade. The only thing I'm worrying about this trade is, do we really need to do it? Because no, I want the playmaker. We need a playmaker here. We need the playmaker. And this guy, he's going to help us win. Yeah, I'm tired of filling up the team with just second liners, 86 overalls. You know, it works with depth goal scoring, but I want to just stack the first line with 88s and above. We just need that's one thing we haven't had yet. That is that just stacked first line. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go through with this. Wayne Simmons, that contract is just too much. I think playing him on the third line, he's only gonna get worse, even though he's been having a good year. Yeah, so they're getting a good player here in Wayne Simmons to help them out with their playoff run. We might have to run into him again because Montreal, obviously an Eastern Conference team, he's put up great seasons for us. Very consistent player, one of our most consistent throughout the GM mode. You know, I had his back the whole way. Wayne Simmons, I'm sorry we're going to have to give you up here. Spencer Smallman, I mean, he's a great player. He's 1 year left on his deal, so he's going to want money after this year. 4-star potential, 86 overall. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's got the good shooting category other than the slap shot accuracy. Good passing. Decent offensive awareness. Decent defensive category. Pretty good defensive category, actually. But we're trading for this guy. And that's what you gotta look at is Nikita Sherbak. He's just better than Smallman, I think. Other than the defensive and physical category, he's just better. And ultimately, I think this is something that's going to help us win the cup. And overall, we just need another we need a playmaker. All we have in the top 6 for playmaking is Ryan Strome. So this is really going to help us. All right, so Nikita Sherbak and Daniel Audette for Spencer Smallman, Wayne Simmons, and a 2021 second-round pick. Will it go through? Yes, it did. I'm happy to accept this proposal on behalf of the Montreal Canadiens, and we consider it a done deal. So, Nikita Sherbak is now a member of the New York Islanders. Alright, now let's see. Let's check out the trading block once again after we do roster moves here. Actually, we have Matt Bolesky as well. I completely forgot about Matt Bolesky. Yeah, he's sitting in the minor. Yeah, Matt Bolesky can come up. Completely forgot about that, actually. Forwards. We might not need to trade for this. Yeah, see that we have 3 first liners now. 1, 2, 3. We have 4 second liners still. 3, 3. Yeah, we have plenty of players in the team. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, so we do have 12 forwards. Brock Nelson will be the guy to go up to the third line. Yeah, that move actually really helped us, I think. And then we still have Gabor Soleil to come up as a future third liner. Dakota Conroy, we still have Mayer in the minors. Yeah, we're in a very good position here in New York, I think. And defense, Ekblad, Ekman-Larsson, Reinhart, Kapitanov, Hamnick, and Halpern. Actually, what are Halpern's stats? I want to see. +9, yeah, Halpern's doing great. And then goaltending, yeah, goaltending is great. Even in the playoffs, if we get in trouble, we know that Anderson can handle it. Yeah, I don't even think we need. We'll check it out and see if we need to make a trade, but I don't think we have to. All right, Nikita Sherbak. Oops, I just messed that up. Whoa, Toffoli. You're not playing 2 lines, buddy. All right, Nikita Sherbak and get Matt Bolesky in here. All right, there you go. So Nelson would come up to the 3rd line. Danner. Yeah, Danner was... Actually, who was it? Was it Danner or Heatley? Who's listed as the 3rd liner? Because if he's listed as the 3rd liner, I wouldn't mind. Actually, yeah. Heatley is listed... Or no, what am I thinking of? 2, 3... Oh, no. We have 1 too many seconds. Okay, I thought one of those 2 guys was the 3rd liner. But I think I actually said this in the video that got cut off. I don't think playing one of those 2 guys in the 3rd line will hurt them because they still have the great potential. They're still very young. Alright, so Nikita Sherbak goes in the 1st line with Tavares and Toffoli. That looks a lot better. 2nd line, Gaudreau, Strome, and do we go Danner or Heatley? High 80s, high 80. I'm just looking at the top 3 categories. Yeah, actually, I think Danner's a better suit for that 2nd line right now. And then the 3rd line, Heatley, Cizikas, Nelson, one of the best 3rd lines in the league. Guarantee it. And then the grinder 4th line. I actually really like this team now. I really like the way this team looks. Alright, power play. We're going to put Sherbak on the power play. Put him up there on the 1st line. And then Strome, Gaudreau, and Danner. 4-man power play. Tavares and Sherbak. And Strome and Toffoli. Penalty kill, yeah, we'll leave that the same. We'll leave Callahan on the penalty. I think Callahan, he's getting his time, but I think it's just his points and his production. Yeah, he's a -8, only 6 points, so I think that's why he's really getting dropped. He was not getting, like, 3rd line time like he may have been in Tampa. 3-man penalty kill, 4-on-4 lines. Gaudreau comes out, Sherbak goes in. And then Gaudreau, yeah, he can get the top, or that 4-on-4 time. Extra attacker, Tavares and Strome, goalie, Gibson, and Anderson. So Gaudreau is going to be getting a little bit less ice time now. We traded away Smallman, which was huge, but I'm not too worried about it. Wayne Simmons, thank you for your time here in New York, Wayne Simmons. He was our alternate captain. But overall, I think it was a good move for the team. Yes. Okay. So this is already becoming a pretty lengthy video, so I want to simulate at least up to the deadline. So you guys can maybe pitch your ideas, and maybe we'll make another move. I don't think we'll have to, but what was I about to do? What was I just about to do? I don't even remember. I was about to go and do something. Wasn't GM try? I really can't remember. Oh, no. It was, yeah, we need a new, alternate captain. That's right. So we just traded away Wayne Simmons. Pretty sure automatically selected. Yeah, it automatically selected Matt Bolesky. We're going to go with... Who should we go with? There's one guy I have in mind. You know, we'll give it to Ryan Strome. He's been here this entire time. We'll give it to Ryan Strome, the 2nd line center. There we go, and then the minor league does matter. Alright, so the new look New York Islanders. We have now Nikita Sherbak on the 1st line. 88 overall playmaker. He's still got potential to get even better. And now he's playing alongside of John Tavares and Tyler Toffoli. So, overall, I think the team does look better. I know you guys liked Spencer Smallman. I liked Wayne Simmons and Smallman. But, you know, you got to give something up to get something back. And I think our team was just full of too many 85, 86s. And now we finally got that first-line playmaker to play with Tavares that I've wanted for quite a few years now. So, let's simulate the first game with Sherbak in the lineup against a Philly team that's actually right behind us in the division. So, let's see. First period. There we go, 1-0. Johnny Gaudreau in the 2nd line. There we go. So his new role, he's filling out that role quite nicely. All right, 2nd period. There we go. All right, Nikita Sherbak in his first game as a New York Islander. He makes it 2-0. Matt Reed made it 2-1, but then Anthony Danner, we kept him on the second line, and he scored. So the top two lines produced 3 goals in this game already. Our third period, what's going to happen? There we go. Ollie Kapitanov, the defenseman, makes it 4-2. Matt Reed is second of the game. But no, that's not it. It's not enough for the Flyers. So Anthony Danner actually got the winner. But Nikita Sherbak scores a goal in his first game as an Islander. So, and we're 1-0 with Nikita Sherbak. So I don't think you can really say that move made us worse. I mean, sure, you can say that Smallman could have gotten better, but again, he just didn't fit well on our team. He was a third liner. We already have our top 6 filled out. We have young guys like Danner and Heatley that I want to play to get better, who are going to end up being better than Smallman anyway. And I'd much rather have a top line 88 overall playmaker rather than 2 85, 86 third liners. It's just kind of a waste down there. So let's simulate up to the trade deadline. Alright, so we'll keep track of our record with Sherbak in the lineup. Scouting assignment. Alright. We're not going to need this. We don't have a first or second round this year. That is fine. We don't need it anymore. Top 10 Cull. We'll just see how good he is. He was a defenseman as well. Alright, so we're 1-0 so far with Sherbak. He now leads our team in assists and plus minus. Alright, 6-2 win. Look at that. Sherbak, he now leads us in goals. So apparently got another goal in that game. Maybe a couple of goals. Alright. And yeah, look at that. So the 3 games so far, we've scored 15 goals in 3 games with Sherbak in the lineup. Actually, he just scored another goal. So he's 3 goals in 3 games, I'm pretty sure, with our team so far. We're 3-0 with Sherbak in the lineup. And make that 4-0. 20 goals in the last 4 games. We're averaging 5 goals a game with Sherbak in the lineup. Unbelievable. I don't think he got any points that game. Our first loss. I think that was an overtime loss. So we're still 4-0-1. Maple Leafs, we just beat them. We're right behind them. It looks like, we lose. That was a regulation loss as well. So 4-1-1. Yeah, I think our team is much better now. Much better with Nikita Sherbak. Charlie Coyle in the Minnesota Wild. They got Kavasha in the net. There we go. 5-0-1. Another 5-goal game. Or 5-1-1. Alright, the Philadelphia Flyers. And make that 6-1-1. Yes, alright, the Pittsburgh Penguins, they're still ahead of us. Let's see if we can gain some ground. There we go, a 7-goal performance. Yeah, our team is so much better now. Our team is so much better now. The Ottawa Senators, looks like we're right behind them, are neck and neck. We lost in regulation as well. Alright, so that was a tough loss. Let's bounce back with a win. The New Jersey Devils, they don't look very good. Still, 7 years in. Still not a playoff team. And we beat them 6-3. 6 goals for. And we'll actually simulate this game. Continue. I just want to see if my boy Sherbak had 2 more goals. Alright, Oliver Ekman-Larsson and Brock Nelson. 3-1, Ollie Kapitanov. And, they made it close, Brandon Gormley. But now, 3-2 win for the New York Islanders. So, after that trade for Nikita Sherbak, our team is, I believe, 10 times better. We were already hot on a hot streak. We're 8-1-1 going into this streak, and now I don't even know what our record was through that. I lost count, but we'll check that out after this. Goudreau got an assist in his new role. Looks like Heatley got an assist there on the third line. Oliver Ekman-Larsson had a 2-point night. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, so after trading for Nikita Sherbak, we went 3... We'll just count the overtime losses as regular losses. So we went 4, 5-2, 7-2, 7-3, 8-3. We went 9-3 with Sherbak in the lineup. So now we'll just check out the team standings. Alright, so we're now 6th in the NHL after that streak. Look at that. Goals for per game, I think we were like 11th before, 15th. We're now 6th in the league for goals for. Goals against, we are now 6th. So they both went up. Power play percentage, that went up to 8th. That was very bad before, so that went up. Or maybe that wasn't bad. I think that was, actually, yeah, I think it was like 15th or something like that. So that actually went way up there. Penalty kill percentage, that went, that's 28. That's still around where it was before, but that trade didn't affect our penalty kill. Home record, away record looks a lot better. We're 7-2-1 in our last 10. We are now, what? We are now, points. We are now 5th in the Eastern Conference, so we went from 9th to 5th after that trade. 36-22-5. We only got 2 losses. And that's great. We're now only, what, 4? We are 8 points. Or no, 7 points. What am I saying? 7 points out of number 1 in the Eastern Conference, although Ottawa does have a game in hand. Yeah, Ottawa looks like they're going to take it and run. They only have 16 regulation losses at this point. Alright. So yeah, our team we're a lot better now. I really like that. I really like that trade. I wish I remembered exactly how many points Nikita Sherbak had. Actually, you know what? I'll stop the recording here. I'll clip this up into like 2 little parts. I want to go back because I obviously can't rewind the video like you guys can. But I want to go see how many points Sherbak had before, and see how many points exactly he got on our team since then. So I will be right back. Alright guys, we're back. I actually lowered the game audio and raised my my mic volume because I actually didn't know when I, like I said, I had to reset my Elgato, so I reset the audio settings, and when I adjusted them, I thought I adjusted the game audio. You know, I had them flipped. I put the mic volume to what I normally put the game volume to, and vice versa. So I just flipped those back. So hopefully it's better now. The game audio was a little too loud before. But Sherbak, I checked, he had 59 points in 54 games. So he got 11 points in 12 games on our team. So he's pretty much a point per game after we got him. So Nikita Sherbak, unbelievable for us so far. He's actually already played 66. So he's going to end the year with what, 84 games played? He could get up to like 90 points. Maybe even more, who knows? Plus 19. Alright, so let's check out forwards. Points. Alright, so Tavares, he's not his normal point per game, but that might actually get back up to point per game if he keeps doing well. Danner has 46 points, he leads 23. So Danner, I mean, he's making a case for the Calder. I'll check that out as well. Callahan went up to 10 points, still minus 5 though. Yeah, so the fourth line just continues to be minuses for us. But, wait, Bolesky. Bolesky's +1, so since then, the fourth line actually has gotten better. Since we added Bolesky onto the team. Right, defenders. Yeah, Ekblad already at 41 points, Kapitanov 39, Ekman-Larsson 38. Kapitanov has 12 goals. Yes, we're getting some defensive scoring, which is good. Goalies, yeah, Gibson, he's got a lot better numbers now. Yeah, save percentage and goals against average have gotten a tad bit better, but his record, I mean, that looks a lot better than before. He was like 20-20 before, and now he's 27-20. So it's a lot better. I actually want to check out where Sherbak ranks amongst all players in the league, as well as where Danner ranks amongst all rookies. So, in the NHL, Backstrom, Ovechkin, Kessel, Hall. So Sherbak is currently 6th in the NHL in points. Goals, so far Ovechkin is 43 already, wow. Okay, rookie skaters. Alright, so 46. Yeah, so Danner is tied with Darcy Alanko for number 1. He has more goals, so I think the tiebreaker would go to goals, hopefully. And then Martin Avery is right behind these two guys. So, I mean, Danner, he could possibly win the Calder if he keeps going. 5 power play goals plus 10. He's been doing really well. 5 game winning goals, or 6 game winning goals actually. So yeah, this video is going pretty long. Pretty sure that's all we have to check. So yeah, actually let's check GM tracker. We didn't get many points from that trade. GM rep is actually 100, so that's good. So yeah, that is going to do it for this episode, guys. I don't think we're going to make another trade. I mean, our team is doing amazing right now. So in the next video, we will do the Year 7 regular season wrap-up. We will simulate to the end of the year, check out the stats and the standings once again. and head into the Year 7 playoffs, or hopefully this is our year. We'll see. But yeah, so that's going to do it. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.